Alright, Josh is going to be showing how to connect the interior harness. You want to show him, Josh, how the harness looks?
Alright, so basically this is what you're going to get when you order it off of, I went with the ride wire harness for the conversion. You're going to need one of these. So basically it's plug and play. There's going to be plugs on the inside that you connect it to, and then all you have to do is wire these up. They have a conversion for it, and then should be done with that in a couple minutes. It's not too bad. Thanks.
Doing right now, we're going to be putting on the shifter box. So we decided to just drill the shifter box right on top, old style. It's not the best looking thing, but it will work. That's all we want right now. So what we're going to be doing, the way we're going to do it, it's not really the right way of doing it. You should buy the plate from K-Tuned. That's what you're supposed to do. Buy the plate that goes right on top of there, right on top of here, in order for you not to cut this. But in this case, we're just gonna be cutting it. We don't care for it. So we're gonna be measuring with this shifter box. We have the actual shifter box out there with the cables and everything ready to go. So I'm gonna start grinding this off so we can put this shifter box on right on top of there, like so. So we're gonna start that. We'll get right back to you. Josh, you taking parts off the case also? It's alright, she's getting new parts. Alrighty, so the way this is gonna go, so we shaved down that part for the shifter box already, and it's time to measure it up now. So the way we're gonna run the shifter cables is we're gonna bolt this on straight to the frame the way I showed you guys. And that part's already cut off, as you can see right there. We cut the top part off already. So the way we're gonna run them to the actual trans, we're not gonna cut a hole through the firewall because there's actually no space with the CRX chassis. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run it straight under the car using the OEM spot it came from the RSX FS. So this goes on to the bottom of the frame, the bottom of the floor. We just make a hole and then this goes straight under there just like so. So it's gonna be OEM, the way it came from factory is gonna go right back on to that place. So we won't be cutting into the firewall, we won't be running them through the firewall, none of that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bolt on the shifter box there and we're gonna measure where we have to cut, and then I'll get that on tape for you guys also. So what's going on, Joshy?
What's up? Changing the fuel pump.
All right, so we're gonna drop the tank to put the fuel pump on, and that's not really part of the case swap, but in this case the car doesn't have an aftermarket fuel pump, so we are gonna be putting a Walbro 255. Alrighty, so now that the shifter box is on, I drilled the holes for the bolts. All the holes are done, lined up pretty good. That's where we ended up putting it, as you can see. So now what we have to do is we have to measure the distance between here and here, so we can make that hole on the subframe right there to run the wires. So I'm gonna start doing that. Get back to you after that. A little update on Josh. He dropped the tank already. He's putting the Walbro fuel pump on there. He's almost done with that. Alrighty. I screwed on the shifter box already. Real solid. Made the hole for the shifter cable straight down. It's a straight shot. Measured it from here to the end of the cable to where I had to cut. Did a pretty decent hole. Just put the cables in through there. And that's the shifter box installed already. So, I mean, that's how we're gonna run it. And then after you run the cables through, what we did is we put it through the subframe. So here are the two cables. This is one, this is the other. We ran them straight on top of the subframe and straight to the shifting mechanism. And that's the shifter box there. Josh got the fuel pump in. Everything's ready with the fuel system. The swap's in, obviously. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna run the fuel lines forward, and we're gonna finish up the little details here. We need to put still the clips, little things like that, but except for that, it's looking pretty good. Stay tuned for the first startup.